Why, hello and good Friday afternoon. How is everybody today? Something you're immediately going to notice. I am not bouncing around like I usually do. Well, Discord decided to shit the bed today, so we're dealing with that. Also, this music is very loud. Anyways, but yeah, we're building Legos today, and I'm actually very excited about it because I got 3 sets. Might only be able to get to 2 of them, but I figure I'll show them. We got that guy. I think I showed it a couple weeks ago. I'm also going to have complaints, but we'll get to that. Got him sitting over there. Then we got this guy. A sort of belated May the 4th, Revenge of the 5th to do. Which I actually just got in the mail yesterday. So, good timing. And the one that if we have time, we'll do it. Nissan Skyline. I saw this for sale and I was like, oh, I gotta grab that. So yeah, we got that. Which looks awesome. So I'm building that later. Now, back to the task at hand. By the way, did I ask you guys how you're doing today? I've been doing fantastically. Anyway, so we got this guy. Now he looked cool. I love the paint, but if you'll notice, if you look real close, he ain't got no joints, except for his jaws. And I'm annoyed by that. So, because I'm annoyed by it, I actually got not 1, but 2 examples today. I think I've showed this one before, but I don't know if it was back when I was saving it on YouTube or not. But this is a Raptor. I think it might be blue, but I'm not sure. It's a little scuffed. But I got this as at a reseller. How that opens. Hands move and everything, but that is not what they did with this one. They did this with this one. This is from the Jurassic Park Jeep that I built a little bit ago. And it is a Dilophosaurus. But if you'll notice, no movement. 0. Why is that? Well, probably because it's small. So does that mean that this one is smaller and more akin to this size? Or is it like this? We're going to find out today when we go to build. So that's why we have 2 displays, just so I could vent and be annoyed. Anyways. We are off to the races. I also primarily got this because I do like the design of this vehicle here. Looks nice. I don't know what your guys' thoughts were on the Rebirth movie. I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty good. You want dinosaur mayhem? You got it. You wanted a story that wasn't interesting, then I wouldn't say necessarily not interesting. If you want a story that was comprehensive, may have not got that, but somebody online suggestion I really enjoyed was that this one shouldn't have been a engine facility, which made sense to me. They had put forth a suggestion for it to have been a biosynthesis facility, which I thought would have been equally as good. Because then you could be all like, oh, it's the DNA that was left over. Cloud of dust. I've had this for a little bit. What? One sec. the thing I always talked about happened. I dropped it on the floor. I thought it was gonna be in a bag. Okay, so we got our Raptor. We're gonna go ahead and get his mouth, and then we will do the comparison. Why does it need two? We got two instruction manuals. For reasons. We got stickers. Something tells me that this might have been an experimental thing. And my reason for thinking that is the design of how they set up everything. He did not land in it. We are just gonna start hitting the ground running. Don't exactly have a good spot to set that, so I'm gonna set there. We'll go ahead and set him over there for now. And we have our two instruction manuals. One looks like it would barely fit inside of a gum wrapper. Anyways, we got him right there. I'm a rebel, so I'm going to open the thing back. By the way, the set is 200. I think the maximum, yeah, this one's 285. The most is going, actually, I didn't even realize it. Oh, never mind. The other one is, I think, like 10 pieces more. The Darksaber. And then the Skyline is the biggest set we're gonna build today at 819 pieces. But 200 ain't a lot, so I don't think this is gonna take very long. Also, I realize I don't think we're gonna have any bags to put our extra stuff in. Set it over there as I knock over stuff. Anyways. Okay, so I guess this first part is gonna be building this little plant thing where the Raptor's hanging out. Okay. Oh, well, that didn't take very long. Get you clicked into place. There it goes. Okay. That means we can talk about this immediately. All right, so we have our bigger Raptor. It is clearly smaller. Obviously, it also doesn't move because it has no joints other than this one, which is actually a very stiff joint. But what I will say, though, is what this one what this one lacks in movement, I feel like it makes up in looks. That is an awesome paint job. If I were good at painting, I think I would just paint this one this color. The freaking eye spots are striking. Now, let's compare it to the Dilophosaurus, which is right over here. Yep. That's what I figured. They are almost exactly the same size. The problem is, in Rebirth, you never actually get a good look at the Raptor, because it's only there for a couple seconds when it gets attacked. I wonder if the raptors on that island were smaller than regular raptors. And by the way, this is not talking about just like raptors as a species, because Velociraptor is a lot smaller than depicted on screen. I'm talking more along the lines of the raptors of the universe, movie universe, which are bigger than that. Anyways. All right, so I'm not going to be nitpicky, but that is clearly darker than that. Whatever. And let's just get to work. I also believe they have announced they're coming out with an actual mosasaur minifig, so I'm gonna grab that when it comes available. I also kind of want to get the. Okay, so they came out with a set last year with a Spinosaurus from that movie as well, which I kind of want to get, but there's a lot of unnecessary stuff that comes along with it. So do I want to spend money to get the extra stuff, or do I want to just spend money for the minifig itself? I looked up the minifig, $90. The set is like $150. And you get 2 minifigs if you buy the whole set. Resellers be murder. By the way, if the music ends up being not to your guys' liking, let me know and I will switch it. I kind of just put on the first thing I found on site. What I've discovered is making something look natural in the world of Lego isn't very easy, because in nature there aren't too many like straight edges. Not impossible. There are straight edges in nature. It just tends to be a little bit rarer. We actually got 2 jaws. I know I'm not going to be using that, so I'm going to set that over there. This one actually comes with, in terms of dinos, 2 minifigs, because I think it comes with Aquilops too. Probably said its name wrong, but the other one that I'm thinking about getting also is the Titanosaurus. Comes with another raptor too. Which at the moment I only have 1 raptor, so kind of in need of a pack actually. I also heard they're coming out with another Spinosaurus, but not a minifigure, unfortunately. So I'm probably not going to get that. Look kind of expensive, but not for a lot. Albeit not super expensive, though. Although I suspect they're probably going to use a Spinosaur again. Because what would be the use of making a whole new minifig with last year's set if they're not going to use it again? this is so you can pull it through the trees, I think. At least as far as I can tell. Also, I got a big, like a couple big sets on the horizon. Well, 2 to be specific, but I'm excited about those. So that slides in there. You can shove it through the trees, I think. Yeah, so the next 2 bags are gonna be the vehicle, I think. Actually, not a particularly large vehicle, if I remember correctly. I'm still hoping, beyond hope, that at some point they do some variation of the trailer from Jurassic World. I mean, Lost World, sorry. I don't think it's gonna come true, but I'm hoping. Oh, now it locks in place. Oh, I see. That way when you push on it, it'll shove whatever's on top of it out of the way. Pretty clever. I like that. It's awesome. I like that even though it's a small set, it has some pretty interesting, like an interesting little mechanic to it. Simple, but clever. How far we're supposed to push that in? Make sure some moves. You got some palm fronds. And then this guy. I'm gonna guess the one on the other side isn't gonna be quite as tall. Why is there cardboard? Yep, that's bush, all right. Okay, so push this. Oh, there you go. So, like, it's concealed. You can't see it. That way we can put our little raptor guy that is not me onto it. And then he can scoot his way through the trees. Completely undetected. And then, so that's how that works. Then we put our little guy on here, I think. And then it's in the trees. Brah. Okay, I want to see something. So it works for him. In theory, it should work for this one too, right? Oh yeah, there you go. And will it work with a bigger one? I'll be honest with you, it looks cooler with the bigger one. Because then you can position it like going for a low jump or something. Okay, so we got that. I'm just going to set it over here because it's not exactly needed right now. Extras. Again, don't necessarily think having 2 instructions was necessary, especially when they're trying to save paper, but what do I know? Apparently I'm stupid. Anyways. Next. That a chicken? Okay. We got a flare gun, I think. Chicken. Delicious. A walkie-talkie. And probably the rest of his body parts that are currently scattered about. I found his head. Gives you the choice, either distressed, which is kind of cool, common collected. Could be a pistol. I think it might just be a flare gun. Alright, so there's our guy with his little flare gun. Got a chicken, which I think I have the perfect idea. Unfortunately, he won't. But, you know who probably could? Actually, you know, he might be able to just hold it. Yeah, he's just saving that for later. I guess probably be more like this. Yeah, he's just saving that for later. He stopped to get himself a thing of KFC. Delectable. Anyways. I gave you another flare gun, but not another chicken. Never know, you might have other raptors that might be hungry. Okay, so after seeing this movie, I was curious about something. What is powering these Jeeps? It looked like fuel, but somehow the engine still worked. I've had this question about other ones as well. It's like, at least in Jurassic World, they at least partially explained why it could still work. Covered and not in the rain. Hard for me to say which set I'm going to be the most excited to build today. This one's being pretty fun so far. Those got a ball hitch. Crash in this, I mean, carry stuff with you if you need to. You can also crash. I meant to say carry stuff with you. Pick up 5. Get. Although that did make me think about something else from that movie. Would the alarm be going off if you're driving the vehicle? No random musings to myself. My reason for asking is because the thing is, if it's on, doesn't the alarm get turned off? I don't know that much about cars, at least in specific regards to the car alarm. But who knows? It also kind of reminded me of the Halo Warthog, just a little bit. A lot of vehicles be reminding me of that here recently. And we got a chair. Sorry. There's a plate on the table I'm currently using to keep poking me in the stomach. Not fun. One day I'll have an actual desk. Yes, I've been having a bunch of LEGO announcements also. None of them I'm particularly interested in, aside from the Jeep. I'll be grabbing that at some point. Not sure how soon, though. Oh, so we got the answer onto what side this, what side the front and what side the back. Although we probably could have figured that out by the position of the ball hitch. Or at least I could have ascertained that information. Because this one's, the front side of the vehicle looks very much like the rear of the vehicle. They both have rather tapered design. Although, in terms of the icon size, I'm hoping for a Ford Explorer. Although, I'd have to look it up. Does Lego work with too many Fords? Well, they did come out with the Model T. Maybe they do. Speedometer, we need number 4. Okay. The confusion builds. I know this camera is not going to cooperate with me, but I don't know if you guys can see that. There is a battery symbol. There's a battery symbol right there. So that means this has to be an electric car. Maybe that's their justification for why the vehicle still ran after like 15 years. Because I think they said that this facility was abandoned before Jurassic World failed. I think. I'd imagine that the battery would have died by then. Although it is kind of like future, like, not a retro future, but like a scientific future kind of a situation, because they're able to bring dinos back to life. So maybe they found technology that allows them to make batteries that don't lose power or something. Or maybe just had enough power to make it to the dock. Or who knows? Maybe it was just plugged up. Who knows? I wonder, because I think the the Jurassic Jeep became available yesterday, I think. I wonder if anybody is going to make any modifications to it to give it like the rusted look from Jurassic World. Because it's based on the original. Like, you can have it be one of the 3 that they had. Well, one of the various ones, because I guess they had more than 3. Make sure I got that in the right spot. All right, bag number 3. Last bag of the set. Let me fold it up and put it in there. Actually, I want to talk about something. So, way. So we got this piece right here. So I was looking to see if I could find like maybe other pieces that were this like gray clear piece. Not this big, obviously. More like standard, like standard these size bricks maybe. Because I was thinking with my other project that I'm going to be talking about later, of making addition to the gem and mineral set we have over there. I was thinking about adding to it some custom ones, which, one second, these are. I thought about doing a do-it-yourself one that I could just come up with off my top of my head, and I thought that smoky quartz would be a cool one. Finding that color of gray clear is very difficult, I've discovered. I'm still working on it. I'll have to let you guys know how that goes. I'm thinking about maybe doing that around July area. Maybe. I realized I gave the dad kind of more serious look on his face, and I gave her like a wanderlust look. She's hanging out with a dino. A what looks like a red cinnamon roll. And then we got that. This is a Quillamps. This is the little girl that I can't remember the name of at the moment. By the way, another complaint. I feel like, can we get a Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movie without a kid character in it? I feel like they add the kid character to make it relatable to a younger audience, but I don't feel like it's needed. Like, it's fine to have kids in it, but maybe not a main character. So, front area, like we discussed, this appears to be a battery-operated vehicle. Ironically enough, we're going to be making a gas-powered vehicle and a battery-powered one today. That's a logo. I'm glad that they didn't make that a sticker. Get this. We are going to need two of these, one on one side, one on the other. Trying to debate if it'd be easier to put it on first or second. Yeah, we need number 3. Engine bioengineering. Oh, it's upside down. Why is that not working? Yeah. I get the feeling that there's going to be a lot of stickers today. If I remember correctly, the Speed Champion tends to have a lot. I actually heard they had Toretto's vehicle as a Speed Champion as well. So I might end up investing in that at some point. I like these Speed Champion because they're nice and small. You can do them quick. Pretty detailed for something. It's not all that expensive, relatively speaking. Said it before and I'll say it again. I'm really hoping that they decide to release the Jeeps the Jurassic vehicles in this size. Because I feel like they're slightly more detailed than the Jurassic Jeeps. Although this one's pretty well detailed. Make sure I face it that way so it doesn't reflect my big dumb face. Like, something's missing. Kind of feel like they could have put that on first, but that's just me. I was gonna say, is that an antenna or is that a cross member? Trying to figure out if these are antennas or not. I guess that would be a no. It's a nice, lovely mix of colors. Red, tan, and black. The occasional gray. Guess that's the main body. Huh. Thought there'd be more to it. Although I'm surprised they don't have you put the wheels on. Yeah. There seems to be some sort of a scanning screen. There. I did not want to line up. A little tiny raptor. Oh, I see. A little satellite. A little satellite jibber jabber. I guess that way you can kind of pull it out of the back of the truck. Hi, Alice. How are you today? Hopefully having a good afternoon. We are building dinosaur stuff. In fact, would you like to see him? He has such a lovely coloration. Kind of hard to open his mouth, though. There he goes. And then... I'm doing well. How are you? And if you put him on here, you can have him kind of bushes. That's good to hear. But yeah, that's what we got so far. Now, back to it. I am building Legos. Specifically, these ones are from Jurassic World Rebirth. It depends on what it is. So this is number 2. I stream Monday through Friday. Most days. I mean, most weeks. From about 1 a.m. 1 p.m. PTSD to about 4:35, 4 to 5 sometimes, depending. Usually aim for 4 though. I am building a Lego set right now. So the camera that I use to capture my Legonness is currently being used to capture my Legos. So I have a nice little PNG instead. Unfortunately, Discord's down, so you can't see it do the little hop like other PG tubers do. Yeah, Discord's having a fit today, apparently. When I go to do my usual break, I'm going to check it again to see if it's fixed itself or if it's still shat the bed. But yeah, otherwise, usually I am a silly dino tuber. Today, you guys are graced with the appearance of the Raptor Roomba. I use a 2D most of the time. VTube Studios specifically. I can look it up later. I'm not going to give out my personal information. Yeah, I don't give out my Discord to anybody. Too many bots, you see. The light carriage on the top's kind of small. Cool. Cool. I am not in the market as of late. But yeah, like I said, not in the market currently. Appreciate the interest, though. Okay, so we got our gun on one side. Kind of seems like a failed system. If you ask me, they got the gun on one side, but they got the dart for it on the other. Well, I'll keep that in mind, but like I said, not in the market. Appreciate the interest, though. Still fascinates me that Lego is still the main user of tires. Like, they manufacture the most. And bada boom. We have the, whatever this vehicle is. Do I have a name? And just called the Raptor Off-Road Escape, I guess. Probably has an actual name, but I will be putting these guys up later because we have another set to move on to. And the next one's Star Wars. Star Wars stuff. Go ahead and set it over there. That way, no one bump into my stuff. Set our extras away. Probably move this guy too. Perfect. Next. We have... Oh. Well, first we got an extra piece, so put that in there. The Darksaber from Star Wars, The Mandalorian. On screen. But boy, howdy, don't it look nice. I like that they taped the box closed instead of glued it, so I actually might keep this box. Like they could have been a little bit more graceful with the manual. Now we got actual bags. So I'm going to set that over there to save that box. Three, 1, 4, and 2. And we got these ones. All right. So this is from the TV. The Darksaber is unique in Star Wars lore. Originally forged by the first Mandalorian Jedi. I can't pronounce that word. Tara Vizra. Vilza. That guy. Its crackling black blade is a powerful symbol of Mandalorian leadership and cannot be commissioned, only earned in battle. From that guy. Vizra. Passed through a number of hands, including Darth Maul, Sabine, and Moff Gideon, before landing back into the hands of another Mandalorian, Din Djarin. Although the epic duel that shaped Mandalorian's fate, this one may not glow, but we hope it makes a spectacular display on your shelf. And I wish the thing was not bent, because then it would probably lay down better. Anyway. I'm actually going to keep this bag, because then I can put my extras in. Set that over there. I wonder if Lego has, like, separate departments that works on different fandoms. Because the Jurassic one was all paper. This one is plastic. Although if they go by movie lore, I mean TV show lore, the Sabine got it back, I think. Not Sabine. Yeah, definitely need to. There it is. Turned out I was just blind. Okay, so this must be the interior components. A lot of lime green. You heard it here first. The lightsaber is full of lime green. I didn't know the inside of the darksaber was the same color as a key lime pie. That sounds delectable. I wonder how together it's going to be. Or is this going to be one that I have to worry about falling apart all the time? Oh, I imagine if I'm not swinging it around, it'll probably be. Also, obvious is obvious, but this one ain't going to be true to real life size because that would be ridiculous. Okay. Should end right there with that. Okay, so we want overlapping gray and black. There we go. Almost picked up the wrong piece. Okay, now it's straight. I'm assuming they did it that way so it's a little lighter. I'm assuming the other spot's gonna have blades. I mean, have the guard, maybe. I think it's the same on both sides, so... Doesn't really matter which side I go with, I think. Both sides begin and end with gray. So I'm going to do that right now. Hi, Sub. How are you today? Hopefully having a good afternoon. I'm not entirely sure if I called you the right name or not. But how are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic afternoon. We are building a multitude of different sets today. Basically, all of them are somewhat akin to action movies. I'll go ahead and show you what we've built so far. So, this is the handle to this bad boy. And we have built, just get it out. We got a dino in the grass. Only he looks spectacular. Moves out like that. We have a car from Rebirth. I like the design of this car. Kind of reminds me of Halo for whatever reason. We have Equilops, which is also from Rebirth. we got our two people from the show, from the movie. And it wouldn't be a Lego build of mine if I didn't show off my own personal stuff. This is a raptor holding a chicken. And Dilophosaurus. I mainly went with this so I could show everybody this is what the old raptor looked like. The new one doesn't have joints. Yeah, so I figured I'd show that. And also, if I have time, I'm also going to be building this Nissan Skyline. Very cool. But right now we're building the Darksaber. This jibber jabber, which is awesome. Oh yeah, we got him. Now we got to build the other. By the way, I've discovered that the Darksaber is full of lime pieces, like a key lime pie, and that sounds delicious. Bag number 2. If I can open it. Okay, so I think this is, what is it called? The projector spot? The part where the blade projected or something. Clearly an expert at Star Wars related stuff, I assure you. Now, this is from a interesting line of Legos that, because they have a couple of them that are just the lightsabers, which I thought was pretty cool. The only problem is some of them I want to get. I did a little lookup the other day, see how much they were. And Yoda has a lightsaber Lego set. Would you care to guess how much it is? There are no wrong answers here. I will tell you this much. It's more than you would think. Although I guess for reference, this is a gift with purchase, so technically, it was free when I got it. They don't stay free. So, the... fantastic. Any day you're building Legos. But yeah, Yoda's lightsaber is about $200, I think. Last I checked. I don't remember if it was opened or unopened. Because they're only available for a limited time, so... And once supplies out, supplies out. I probably, if I really wanted to make bank, probably shouldn't be building this, but I bought it. I'm gonna build it. Because I think it looks awesome. Wow, that is very interesting. 1 second. Be gone from my chat. Don't try and sell shit here. Yeah, we gotta immediately get rid of those guys. There's viewers here you can go check out if you want to. It is supposed to go slightly above that. Yeah, so I guess this would be the blade guard, I think this has. Kind of a small set, but it does look nice. Although I say small set, it's the same size as the Jurassic set we just built, only slightly more pieces. I think it is slightly bigger by a factor of 10 bricks, or approximately. I put this on the wrong side. Okay, I think that's right. I think. At the moment, it kind of looks like a very strange tennis racket. I'm still going to stand on a small hill that I think they should have a Predator in Star Wars. Because I think the wrist blades as a lightsaber would be an awesome design. They could be bad, they could be good. I could certainly understand why they wouldn't, because I kind of feel like the Mandalorians fit that role a little bit, but... That is looking nice. Mentioned it before, but I do have some other Lego sets on the horizon. Bigger than these. Which I am also very excited about. Little guys that look like vents. Not entirely sure I like how loose that is. But I'm not gonna, like I said, not gonna be swinging it around, so it's fine. And now we begin on the base. And we still got 2 bags, but the 2 bags are kind of small, so. We got our little piece on here, so we make sure everything stays nice and secured. Yeah, stand's pretty small. Also gotta be careful with it. Feels kind of not flimsy, but like don't put too much pressure. Okay. There. The dark saber. I guess it kind of goes in. Oh yeah, there we go. I wasn't sure how stable it was going to be. Oh, actually, I just put it a little further this way. I'll set you over there for now. Set our extras over there. Kind of wish I had a better spot to set this. Oh, I'm not using this extra one there, so I can set it over there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, bag number 3. so this one's going to be the emitter. And the blade guard, I think. Yeah, I guess we are going to be using the extra. Good news, I have a box off camera that I can throw my extra garbage in. Nice. So the inside of it looks like a key lime pie and blue bubble gum. It's interesting how quick, I mean, how your taste buds can change, because I'm willing to bet most people probably like blue bubblegum flavored stuff when they were growing up. Although I had heard a thing that said that your body basically replaces itself every 7 years or so. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. I'm not a biologist, I just play one on the internet. Although, to be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't make the lightsabers an actual buyable set, because I feel like they could probably make a bank on that. I got the wrong set. I mean, there's no other smooth ones, no? Oh. Probably would have helped if I had just looked in there. Nah. Put it on the wrong way. Good news, wasn't hard to fix. That is one thing I noticed, though. None of these sets had the pry tool. The one I'm currently using is one that I just had from another set. I have a lot of those, by the way. Sometimes I can be staring something right in the face and not see it. Oops. Put it in the wrong spot. Didn't trust myself to put that in the right position. So, we got bubble gum. We got limes. I wonder if it'd be hard to make just a straight up sword in Legos. Pirates of the Caribbean or something like that. Oh, I needed one. And then we want to do the same thing again. A little something like that. Same deal, same as the first. Yeah, I should have 4 in here. There it is. Okay, I think this is the blade guard. I think. Okay, so I didn't... This is only held in place by this lime-colored one right here. Some interesting build techniques. Yeah, so these look like some kind of event of some kind. I didn't see it because it was in the wrong bucket. I don't think it really matters which direction they're put on. Then we flip it around. I didn't realize it, but this music makes me feel very fancy. A piano. I think I'm going to save myself some annoyance. No, that's not it either. There. Very much so. So yeah, that'd be where the emitter is. Bag number 4, or last bag. For this one. That in there. Doesn't say which direction to have these. I guess I can just maneuver it around if need be. Yeah. Oh, 2 of those. And we got these, which is I'm surprised that they made these clear pieces instead of just making them black pieces, but I guess they wanted to have them a wide variety. Kind of sticks out, if I'm being honest. Is that how it's supposed to be in the movie? Is the blade guard just hover there? Well, for one thing, I had this upside down. So that's it so far. You know, if I remember correctly, the Darksaber doesn't have a particularly big handle, so this one might actually be lore accurate size. Okay, so I wonder where this goes. What is this? Oh, this is a different blade guard. So this one has 2 blade guards. So then, oh. That is not held in there very tightly. Okay, I gotcha. Oop. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's part of the same piece. Okay, so here we go. So it's at an angle, so that this part of the blade guard is also part of this. Emitter, blade. Like I said, I actually think this might be about cannon size. I almost said period accurate, and I'm all like, it's not based on a real thing. I heard that my memory fails me because I do not remember names that well. The actor that played Moff Gideon actually went through so many Darksabers. I think he went through like 5 because of how into character he was getting, and he kept breaking them. Unlike the other boxes, I'm keeping this one because it looks awesome and they didn't mess it up. So I will do them the honor of not messing it up either. So let me get this out of the way. Now the next one is the biggest. It is 300 pieces. And it is Speed Champions Nissan Skyline. Now, I will be right back. Don't go nowhere. We will continue in short order. And, yeah, right back. And we are back. Excuse me. Nearly choked on water a second ago. Anyways. Just checking something right quick. Okay, now we're back. You can tell that it has been a while because it is dusty. Anyways. You open this one. I know how I'm going to open it. I was just wondering if it had a specific way to open it. Oh, I guess if it showed up. There you go. There's the back of the box. There's it in person, and then there's the interior. Let's get to it. Interesting, because I heard Toyota's actually... No, it's Nissan. Never mind. I was going to say Toyota's very stringent with its copyright stuff. I guess other ones are, but I'm not sure about Nissan. I have to look it up. Plentiful pack of stickers. A manual that is not folded over this time, thankfully. Also, there's something in there. And here we go. This one only has 2 bags, unlike the last one, which had 3. I'm going to guess this one has lots of bags inside instead. Yep. It has 2 bags on the inside. Gotta make sure I got everything out of it. In case you're wondering, yes, I am deliberately opening it upside down because there's a little crease on the inside that keeps catching bricks. Paper's out of the way. Probably going to build the little guy first. And no different face on this one. This one is just one. Can't turn it around and have a different look. I'm not gonna put the wrench in his hand. So that's our little guy. And there's his wrench. And we're gonna need this, I think. And let's get started. Lots of clear pieces in here. Which is interesting, because I don't think this car has that many clear spots. Maybe they're just using it as a filler? All will be revealed, I suppose. So we got some gray small pieces. Which is something I was looking for if I decide to do the smoky quartz idea. Basically, it'll be building the not the tangerine quartz that I have already, just swapping out the tangerine colors for clear gray. More on that as it arises. Might end up taking less time than I thought. It's like, I don't have any other small sets to build, so I'm definitely not going to be continuing streaming today. Once I'm done with this one, I am done for the day. But it's interesting. I probably could have made one of the bigger ones, or at least got started on it. I didn't want to get started on one of the big ones and then get caught halfway, because I'm going to be otherwise unable to stream for like a week and a half, so didn't want that to happen. Figure if I'm going to build one of those big sets, I might as well have a nice long time that I have to build it. Pretty cool looking wheel well. Like, oh, I guess maybe it's underglow? Huh. I was wondering what all these clear blue pieces were for. Because we do have a lot. We have 6 of them. I mean, we have a lot of blue. I was like, oh, did I mess up? Put something in? Nope, I haven't gotten to it yet. Oh, so this must be the back end of the car. Oop. But yeah, I really like that. I'm assuming they did the pad press for this because it was wouldn't have worked well for using a sticker on. We want this one on the side. Basically the same thing, but on the other side. I feel like this light blue is being not only used as underglow look, but also as filler. Seems weird to me because I feel like clear blue would be a rare color for Lego. Well, we are using two of my favorite kinds of colors, though. Gray and blue. Go ahead and make sure. Yeah, make sure that's upside down. Also want to make sure it's not going the opposite direction. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be like a bumper or something. Would be interesting if we're making it so soon. shiny silver piece. Although, if we're being honest here, a lot of this could be classified as very close to looking silver. Ooh! Almost threw that on the floor. It is a muffler. That's what we're looking at. Oh. It's like, why does it not look like it's working? Because I wasn't sure where to put it. I don't know if you guys can see that optical illusion there. Because it's yellow underneath it, it's showing up as green. I say optical illusion. That's just a word I could think of. Was yay, color wheels. I've made green without trying. Another Lego set that they have that's related to Fast and the Furious is they have the green. I mean, not the green. The like bright pink Lego set. Looked interesting. I don't know if I'll get it. Maybe if it goes on sale somewhere. Keep my eye out. Give it a very tiny tail light look. Okay. Now we're going to put on stickers. I'm hoping we put on something that'll stabilize that, because I feel like that is going to fall off at the first earliest convenience. Okay, 19. Okay, so I have a complaint. All right, so if you look at the number says 19. The sticker's upside down. It actually zoomed in pretty well on it. Hoping we can put something on here to actually keep it in place. Okay. More stickers. 18. Oh, there it is. $17. Oh. So that looks like. Sure, everything stayed in place because it decided it wanted to move. 21. And 22. Yeah, let's try and do this again without a bunch of pieces falling off. I say a bunch of pieces, but it was only one. Yeah. So so we're not gonna have anything to keep these ones in place. Okay, I'm not gonna complain. Make sure I am, in fact, putting that in the right spot. Yeah, it looks about right. I think. One on one side, one on the other. If I remember correctly, this one's steering wheel is on the left, which I thought was interesting. A chair of some kind. What's it looking like so far? Oh, I need two. Oh, hey, we're finally putting it on there so it doesn't move too much. There we go. That looks nice, actually. Real nice. This vehicle has a very big trunk. Okay, we need number 8. Okay. It's so long. Is the bottom of the door. Same thing on the other side, just in reverse. Since it's not exactly plugged in yet, it really doesn't matter which direction we put it on. Because it's so long, it's not working. Okay, that worked out. We want it looking like that. Side by side. Looking pretty nice. Bag number 2. We might have just enough music left to finish this. Okay. And now we're beginning construction on the front. We got our wheels. I don't know if I want to take those out and make it a little easier on us. Actually, I think I'll do that. And now we don't have that in the way. I guess it's supposed to look like that. I knew it was in there. I don't remember. Does this one have much of a bumper on the front? For whatever reason, I feel like it will be easier to put the stickers on when it's on. $16 on one side. I think it might be easier to grab it from the top this time. Yeah, looking real nice now. This is like the hood? Maybe a nitrous bottle? If I remember correctly, this one did have one. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Oh, so this is a chair. Yep, that's chair, all right. So he has 3 of them. Got our nitrous bottle. I probably should have put the bigger bag into the bigger container. And we got the steering wheel. Why we would need gauge readouts on the side that had the nitrous bottles is beyond me. Actually, it doesn't give that much room to do anything with them. Guess you can't make it too big. More readouts and stuff. We want the R at the top. More gauges. Gears? Hard to say. Yeah, this is where we get into sticker craziness mode. Okay, so we're making the door. Five. Well. Make sure I didn't get it too close to the edge. One door. Two doors. Where's the other one? Oh. Okay, we want the R towards the top. No, towards the bottom. That one didn't give me half as much trouble as the other side did. Door number 2. Oh, I need 4. I'm hoping Discord fixes its stuff by the next time I stream Legos, because I'd really like to have my reactor back. I do not know why, but it is aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, we're working on the front now. And then that locks it into place. Basically the same thing, but reversed. Don't need that. Put that back.
You can unlock more than ever with the American Express Platinum Card.
No commercials. Okay, there we go. We don't need it for long. Yes, need it for long, you know. A lot of what I got left is real tiny pieces, actually. And plugging that stuff into the middle here is kind of difficult because there's a thing right in the middle. Oh, I only need one of those. That's the front. Or at least part of it. Still working on this. It's indicators. Good news is it really doesn't matter which one we put this on, because as long as we have the lights in the right spot, there's a gnat buzzing me, which is interesting because I don't think I have any fruit in my house. Intend. Something like that. Probably have to readjust it in a second. I have to wonder, do they just look at a piece and be all like, you know what? I want to use that piece. Two. Got this one. Piece number 10. Now we're looking for something specific. Oh, there it is. Oh, I wonder if this is like the front grille. So it says, I want to say it says RS. No, GTR. And you got all the stickers and stuff on it. Gives it that boxy look. This must be the hood. Not that I can't figure out what to do, but it's surprising that it jumped that quick. feel like this is supposed to go here. But each time I try, it just pushes it down. So I'm going to guess that that is not the case. Huh. I'm not going to question it. We are just gonna proceed. Spoiler. Oh, wrong one. We want the smaller window. And now we got the wheels. These sets tend to have a lot of extra pieces, I realize. Sorry, cleaning up a little. Want it on the inset one. Little bit like that. That ended up being the appropriate amount of time to finish all of the sets, actually. There we have it. Nissan Skyline. Thing looks nice. For if that there's a piece of cardboard in there. But yeah, it looks very nice, actually. And there you have it. Trying to get my junk out of the way again. I do have a lot. Okay. we have finished Nissan Skyline with that guy and his wrench. We have completed, reach it, the Dark Saber. Sitting right there. And we have completed Jurassic World Raptor attack thing. Can't really think of the actual name for it, but yeah, we finished that. That is about done for today. Like I said, we do have some other bigger sets that I'll be building, but it will be later on when I have a nice long span that I can go ahead and do stuff without having to belay stream for a little while. In the meantime, next week, like I mentioned, I am only going to be streaming Monday, maybe Tuesday. I'll let you guys know when it gets closer. And if it is Tuesday, it might end up being an early stream. I will inform you, like I said. After that, I will be on a little bit of a break for like a week and a half. I will also keep you informed of that when I am set to return to streaming, that is. I have visitors from out of town coming, so that's in case you're wondering what that is. So, I am going to be raiding out. I will catch you all, so I knock everything down. I will catch you all Monday. Hope to see you there. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you around. I was gonna build Legos. I'm not gonna build Legos on Monday because I don't want to start something I can't finish. And I will catch you all later. Have a fantastic weekend. Let me see who's on. All right, we're gonna see if we can raid out into somebody. If not, I will raid into someone else. All right, we are going to raid out into Porcelain Maid. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, like I said. Take care, be well. I'll be back Monday to stream. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye. Almost forgot to turn the camera off.